President Trump's tariffs impact countries around the world. CTV National's Kamil Karamali joins us live from our national newsroom with those details. Thanks for joining us, Kamil. Ontario Premier Doug Ford says we got the best of a bad deal. That's not the case for other countries. What more can you tell us about those countries being targeted, and what sectors are impacted the most?
Lena. Yeah, we're talking about a range of countries, dozens of countries with tariffs ranging from 10% to even 50% and above. And some of those that got hit on the higher end of that scale are being called some of the worst offenders by Trump. 60 or so countries on that higher end of the spectrum list. Let's take a look at those. So that ranges from the European Union, which was hit with 20% tariffs on any imported goods. But what you're seeing here is on the lower end of the spectrum right there, 10% U.S. tariffs on countries that Trump referred to as, kind of being a bit more fair to the U.S., and that includes seeing here is Brazil, Australia, New Zealand, and Turkey, and the UK. But now what you're watching is some of the higher tariffed countries since yesterday, and those will come into effect April 9th, 1 week from now on Wednesday. You see on your screen here on the left, the European Union hit with 20% tariffs. China was actually hit with 34% yesterday, but add that to the 20% already tacked on earlier this year, and you have above 50%. Vietnam, Thailand, and Cambodia in the 30th and 40th percentile when it comes to tariffs. And Japan, South Africa, and Taiwan all also being tariffed a pretty significant amount here on its goods. Once again, those higher end tariffs you see here on your screen, those countries come into effect April 9th, and the lower end, the baseline, the 10% tariffs that you saw a little bit earlier, like I said, United Kingdom, Brazil, Australia, Singapore, just to name a few, those will come into effect April 5th. Lena.
Action been like from countries like China and other countries in Europe who are now facing these punishing tariffs, Kamil?
Yeah, absolutely. Many of these countries, if not all, did not really know what the number of the percentage of tariffs would be when Trump announced it. So they weren't really sure what their countermeasures should be. But based on the scale of what they're being taxed now in terms of some of their goods exported to the United States, they've had a chance to, look at the data and see what they should do. The European Union, we've heard, is preparing to call what it called an initial response to put into place around mid-April on aluminum and steel. So the EU, once again, hoping to tax aluminum and steel coming from the U.S. EU said it would also target all products and services with countermeasures by the end of April. And we also know the UK has drawn up a 400-page list of U.S. products it could hit with tariffs, just to name a few. The European Union and the UK looking at tariffs. South Korea, meanwhile, has vowed an all-out response, which could include counter-tariffs, Lena, just to name a few of those countries that are looking to now tax U.S. goods coming into their nations. Back over to you.
Kamil Karamali with these global tariffs. Thanks so much, Kamil.